Alright my people, how are we doing today? It's Steve Mingleco, Final Web Design right here, coming at you with a very important video today on why and how you should be maintaining and updating your websites. This is super important. I can't tell you how many businesses or companies I have worked with that have built these massive, beautiful websites and then fail to understand that if you don't continue to maintain it and update it, it's all not, I wouldn't say in vain, but it's so unprofessional, and it's just in the long term it's going to actually destroy your website and your business. So why don't we go through what is an update and how do you do it. So here we're in our WordPress site. This is the front end of the site. It's a physician website. So we have 10 updates here that need to be completed. So if you go over to your WordPress dashboard, I just logged into WP-admin, you can see here that there are a bunch of updates that currently need to be completed. And what we're going to do is go through individually and update these. Now, how I personally update is I do one at a time. I go in and I click one thing, and this is all you should have to do is just click, and it'll automatically pull the files and do the updates on the server for you. But you do have this option here to go select all. But what I find often is if you do that, it bogs down the server. I'm going to do it in this case just with these themes to show you guys. However, I recommend that you go in individually one by one, because what you will find is that a lot of these plugins are very resource intense, and they will actually crash the website or the server or create conflicts. So I just recommend that you go in and do one at a time. So here are your plugins right here. These are the plugins that are needed. We have a contact form, we have an offline form, we have a Google Maps form. So we're just going to go one by one and continue to update the plugins. So we just updated our contact form plugin, so that's nice. Our next gen gallery, which is a gallery plugin, probably not really needed anymore with the newer WordPress. They have a lot of those features built in, but I'm not going to redevelop it today, so we'll update it. Site offline, don't really use that on this site. That was just during development. But again, it's important to update these things, either delete them or update them, because if you just leave them, they're going to get exploited, and other people use these plugins. So once one exploit is found, it becomes public and everybody knows what to do. So let's go in here, let's update the Google Maps. And we're down to just two updates now, as you see. And then we'll go in and the slide anything, which is like a slider, probably another plugin. Really don't need these days with the newer WordPresses like WordPress 5.5, which we're just about to update. So if we go in here, we'll see our final update here is an update of the WordPress, which is going to go to WordPress 5.5. This is a really powerful, this update is the core to WordPress. So this will be probably the least update that will be available, but when it is available, I recommend doing it. Just have a good backup of your site, because this can crash your stuff as well. However, we're going to update right now to WordPress 5.5. And this one usually takes the longest too, because it's actually updating not just a piece of the website, but the whole core system of the website. So as you see here, it is pulling out all the updates, and here we are, brand new WordPress 5.5. So as you can see now, this website is completely up to date. It should be working great for our client, so hopefully they're happy. And it's also not only that updating is going to help improve the features and functionality of your site, but it's also very important from a maintenance standpoint, because again, a lot of these things get exploited, and if you don't continue to update, people will find those exploits and can ultimately hack, destroy, take data from your site. Now we're just going to go real quick through one more. This is the Joomla CMS. As you can see when you log in here, there are 2 updates available, and there's actually a core Joomla update available. So again, this is one-click type button stuff, as long as you do it regularly. If you don't do it and maintain it, you're going to find that these buttons, as you go in to update them, are going to break. So we'll just go for Joomla one page checkout. That needs to be updated. We'll go to update. And as you can see, it has pulled the update. So updating plugin was successful. Let's go back, and we're going to update the core Joomla CMS. So let's go here. I'm just going to take you to the front end of the site real quick too, so that you can see what we're working with here. This is the front end of the site, and if you go here to Joomla 3.9.21, you can just click update now, and it should install the core update. So this is similar to the WordPress update in that when you update the core of the Joomla, it's going to take a little bit longer because it's the whole CMS platform. But in short, those are how you continue to do updates. And as we see, our website is looking pretty darn good. Don't see any issues. So at least we know all the back end of the website's up to date, and all the extensions, plugins, and the CMS platform is up to date. So the site has been updated to Joomla version 3.9.221. And then also here you can see that our updates are no longer, this is a WordPress. So guys, those are how and why you should be updating your website. First of all, how, we just kind of walked through that process, whether you have a WordPress, Joomla. There are other ones. They're all very similar in today's technology, and that it's just usually one-click update. But remember, do it constantly. Otherwise, you're going to find that things will, you can't update on update on update without doing the prior updates. So just continue to maintain it, and why you should do it, why functionality, security, advancements in technology. I mean, there's so many reasons that you need to be updating your website, and I find so many people build these websites. They see the front, hey, it looks great, but they don't understand that in the back there's all these moving parts that need to continue to be maintained. So I hope that video helped. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. This stuff helps, and we'll catch you in the next video. Keep your websites up to date. Peace.